Alright. It's that time. Here we go. Mr. Slane? I have a problem. What is this now? You always have a problem. Almost every other week, Glenn. You have a problem. I have a problem. Everyone has a problem. There are people in a desert setting that want ice water, but they're not complaining. So what is it? I fucked up. I screwed up that tag match. Sam broke it up before the third count. Well, fucking fantastic. Fix it however you can. I don't need to give ammo to Cabo or reasons for him to think I can't do my job. Get it fixed, Glenn. Damn it! Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Fucking asshat can't even finish a goddamn match. Son of a bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday Night Pre-Flight, episode 114. As per the usual, I am Cobble S. Cobble. Thank you for once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on Wednesday Night Pre-Flight on the FSCW network. Got a whole show that's going to be brutally interesting. So much going on. Counting down the days before our tournament begins. And I have no idea what the hell happened earlier on, so we'll see how that breaks up, but what have you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our first match of the night is going to be our qualifier match for the King of the Ring tournament. It's for the potential... not potential, but to fill one of the few remaining spots for the tournament. The tournament begins next week. So, it's going to start running out of time real quick. And first one I'm going to try and put his name in the hat is the cutting edge, Shane Sharp. He's had a very busy week, or month, or however hell you want to work it. He's been starting shit with Will, getting shit through Will, going through 4X, and a bunch of other stuff. There is so much going on, it's hard to try and even comprehend all the intel that's going on there. But we know there's only a few spots remaining. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. And just for a quick recap for all those wondering who've advanced so far, we have Marsh, Tony, Jesse, Adine, Mike, Blavis, Grayson last week. And this one. Sam's going to be probably, it is Sam Knight coming down the ring to try and get his qualifier match. Last week was very interesting, not because of him doing singles competition, but last week he teamed up with the legendary Don Haddix. And the match was very interesting, however, maybe that explains what that little clip was this morning, from this evening, right before the show went on the air, was that we clearly saw Sam make it to Don to break up the cover from Guardian. And Sam had dropped it, and should have broke it up. However, the ref drew the 3 count, and Don lost, and Guardian 13 won. I'm being told that this is actually for the final spot in the tournament, and they've actually upped it to make it more interesting. There is more on the line, just this, because it's also a Royal Rumble Fallout match between Sam and Shane and Sam. Because I believe Sam or Shane eliminated one of each other. I believe it was, let me just look at my notes here. Oh, Shane's the one that eliminated Sam. So, this final spot is going to be the best of 3. So, even more interesting for this final qualifying match of the tournament. Shane's going to open up with a leg lariat, kick right to the shoulder, but Sam looks unimpressed. Spins around, goes the hammer lock to the waist lock, countered it back to a waist lock. Shane's going to go to the wrist lock. And gonna high elbow to Sam's face. Shane's gonna go to the headlock. And Sam's gonna go into the corner and big running knee, followed by that bulldog. But a lot on the line in this qualifier match. Best of 3 over the next 3 weeks. So we're gonna be interesting to see who's gonna win this and take the final spot in the tournament. But Shane's going to go throw elbows, goes to the wrist lock. Sam's going to counter to the headlock. Sam going to get thrown into the corner. Sam going to put him up into the trio. Whoa! Shane's not in a good place, and Sam's going to just take that boot and drop right to the throat of Shane. Sam picks up Shane. Sam goes to the headlock, probably venting some of that frustration out of last week. So Shane, beautiful pullback power slam. Shane picks up Sam. Shane goes to the waist lock, standing switch. Gonna pull back, beautiful, another power slam. And Shane's gonna catch him into a belly to back suplex. But they lock up in the corner. They stalemate, they lock up again. Stalemate. Shane's going to go to the waist lock, duck under. Sam's going to counter to the headlock, and Shane's going to power his way out of Sam. And Sam looks unimpressed. Sidesteps the leg lariat. Big right hand puts Shane right into the ropes. Pull back, forearm to the backs. Good God. Shane is cruising for a bruising from Sam. Not has him losing. There's a pullback power slam. Beautifully executed there by Sam. Sam just leveling it all out. Sam, that high angle neck breaker. Sam gonna pick up Shane, and Shane's gonna rake the eyes to create some separation. Shane go to the headlock. Shane's gonna throw Sam into the corner. Another running knee in the bulldog. Center of the ring. Drops the elbow, nobody home. Shane goes to the wrist lock. Elbow to the face. Shane ducks under the waist lock. Sam's going to counter it to the head face lock. And big hip toss with authority into the corner. Sam stomps on Shane's back. Sam's going to throw Shane into the corner. He's going to bounce and spin over the road. And single arm spine buster. He got some height on that one. And just working on that knee. He's trying to take out that leg arsenal that Shane has. Sam's gonna roll over Shane. Big elbow, big knee to the face.
Shane's going to try and fight his way out of it with a right hand. Sam looks unimpressed. Shane goes to the headlock. Sam's going to counter to a front face lock of his own. And Sam, vertical suplex. Sam picks back up Shane. And single arm. Wow, look at that. Just turning Shane inside out. Screwing up the hand and joint. And wow! Sam, out of nowhere, hits a moonsault. But Shane's going to go to the waist. Sam's going to shut him right down and he's going to put Shane into a hammerlock. Pushes Sam away. Shane goes for a punch to set up, but misses and hits a pullback power slam on Shane. Sam's calling for the end. He's going to plant him in the first row, looks like, and Sam. Oh, he's going to plant him with the stone. Hits the stone. Shane might be done. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Shane kicks out at 2. Sam just teeing off, but Shane goes under to the waist lock, standing switch. Shane gonna send Sam into the corner. And Shane hits it and hits that Eiffel Tower neck breaker. Shane looks in bad shape. Sam looks like he's been unfazed. Sam, high angle neck breaker. Sam goes for the cover. 1, 2. Shane kicks out at 2. Big punch combination there from Sam. Goes right to the wrist lock. Shane's gonna counter to the front face lock. Sam's gonna counter that to the wrist lock. Gonna turn him inside out. Roll through arm breaker. Sam just rolling all over him. And Shane, he's gonna get put into cattle mutilation. Shane's got nowhere to go. And Shane is tapping. Sam wins the first round in this best of 3 for the final spot in the tournament. Sam making quick work of Shane. Sam just channeling that anger from last week's debacle. Sam moves on with the cattle mutilation after hitting him with the stone. And now our cameras are going to the back. Let's see what's going on. Of all the people to put me with here, they choose you, fuck. Pardon the interruption. Oh God, it's Jeff and Grayson. What is it, Glenn? And you, relax, Grayson. I'm not a fan of it either, but this puts us together. Go ahead, Glenn. Well, I hate to inform you that your tag match for this evening has been moved to next week. Well, fucking tastic. Someone must be listening about my dismay of this formation. Referee, really sorry, guys. It's all good. Come on, Grayson, let's get a drink. I'm buying, maybe I'll buy you a Snickers. So you maybe chill the fuck out. Fine, and fuck off. So ref, letting Jeff and Grayson know that they're not taking on 13 and Guardian. So that's interesting. Now we wonder who's going to do that. We know the ref that fucked up was Glenn, so I wonder what he's got working. He's doing something, so I wonder who 13 and Guardian are going to face off again then. We'll find out later on this evening. when the rest of the report comes off. But next, we go right into our next match. And it's going to be Corey versus Blavis. Now, we saw last week how in the actual hell Blavis was able to do what he did, but he pinned Corey Kerr with the quickness. Literally, Corey Kerr cannot get out of the blocks, which is very not his character. I know there's been ring rust, but none of it would not be able to pull any of the moves he was able to do off. He could not get anything going. Blavis was on him like flies on shit. Just all over him, and Corey could not do nothing. So maybe Corey did some extra game planning beforehand and see he can potentially do better this time around. In the first of two Royal Fallout matches we have this evening. We know Corey lost last week, so hopefully he's gotten himself straight and can potentially make a comeback and knock some of that ring rust off, because the only way to get that ring rust off you is to be in that sacred circle, squared circle. And Blavis is going to be running on a whole hell of a lot of chips on his shoulders for beating the legendary Corey Kerr. He's beaten the dire world. He's been very busy, but as soon as this is over, he's got to try and not push it to the point where he's able to not perform very well in the tournament, because he's saying that he wants to stay ring ready, so even though he's got a spot in the tournament, doesn't want to sit back on it. He wants to keep moving forward, which some thinks is a great idea, others not so much. Because the more work you're putting in, the more wear you're going to wear your body out. It's alright to chill out, but apparently he says the hell with that. So Blavis is just going to keep rolling along. So here we go, round two between Corey Kerr and Blavis. Blavis immediately going after Corey Kerr with those punches and puts him right into the ropes. And Corey's immediately going to dump Blavis off of the top and then knock him out right down to the floor below. Corey's going to pick up Blavis. And Blavis is going to counter with a hip toss. And Corey, god damn, with that hitch kick right back to the back of the head of Blavis. He's loopy as hell. We know Corey, when he gets his legs going, are deadly weapons. So Blavis is going to fight his way out. The ref's up to a 5 count. But he hit that reverse roundhouse, and Blavis ate every bit of it. And Blavis takes that high knee, that jumping knee to the face, and Corey going to right down and try and suck the life out of Blavis. And god damn, Corey might have done the job. At the last second, Blavis gets out. They lock up in the corner. Corey's going to win this one, put him in the headlock. Blavis is going to break it up to a stalemate. Corey going to go to the wrist lock. Corey goes for rotating vertical suplex. And just tearing apart every joint Blavis has. Flipping senton. Blavis looks out of it. Stomp on him and another kick to the face. Blavis is not going to know his name or his zip code after this match because Corey's finally getting the offensive we know him for. Blavis is going to counter to a hammerlock and push Corey away. He goes into the face lock. Blavis is going to pull back and hip toss Corey. Blavis picks up Corey again. Blavis goes to the wrist lock, switches to the waist lock, and hits a wrestling takedown on Corey. Corey not happy, gets back up. Blavis goes to the headlock, and another hip toss, just trying to slow the big guy down. Big right hand. Blavis gets thrown into the corner. And big shoulder thrust to the gut. Corey stomps on him in the midsection. And it looks like that wolf claw. Hits the wolf claw in the corner. That might be done. That's 3 big shots to Blavis's head. Here's the cover. 1. Blavis is going to kick out at 1. Blavis is not in a good shape. How he's still functioning is unknown, but he goes a wrist lock. He's going to eat an elbow to the face. Blavis is going to sweep the legs out. Spinning leg drop, nobody home. Comes out of the right hand, punch to the gut, goes to the wrist lock. And Corey's going to get thrown into the corner. Blavis taking a sweet time over there because he is out. He cannot know which way he's going. And oh, another shot to the head. Corey just going after the head and that legs. And oh, he's going for that go. He's going for that crawl spit. He's going for the figure 4. A variation of the figure 4. And Blavis is going to push Corey away to try and create some separation. Blavis goes to the waist lock, standing switch. Blavis sends Corey to the corner. Blavis hits the gut, shoulder to the gut. But Corey gets back up and not happy. Hits a explosive clothesline. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Another shot to the head. Blavis. Corey advances. Those shots he took are not pleasant. Those heel kicks will turn your brain into potato salad. Doesn't matter, kick, a punch, a boot. Anything to your dome is unpleasant. And Corey finally gets a win in the win column. But will it be enough? The score is even now, so we got one more time to do it. And, wait, what the fuck? Really? Okay. Apparently I'm getting some paperwork fed to me right now, so stay tuned while I read this, and then I'll shortly explain what we have here. Hope everyone's enjoying the show. It has come to my attention that tonight's tag match has been changed from For Reasons Only and told from our head of talent relations, Mr. Slane, that a request was made, he allowed it, and made it official. 13 and Guardian will be going one fall with Sam and Knight and Don again tonight. Stay tuned for that. Let's get back ringside. So apparently Sam's gonna get back in the ring after that big match first of the top of the night. So we'll see if he's 100%. But on to our next one. Our next Royal Rumble Fallout match between Eddie and William Whiteside. You all saw this match last week. It was brutal. Brutal is the only way to say it. There was so much back and forth. Ultimately, Will was the victor. He just held out just a little bit longer and Eddie just could not put him away. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this goes for round 2. Eddie's probably going to try and jump on the Corey bandwagon to try and get a point in the win column. So Eddie's got a purpose, and the person that's standing in his way is the former FSCW heavyweight champion, William Whiteside. So we'll see if his new strategizes that he created after the match last night come into effect and pay dividends. But we'll have to just wait and see. And William showing that he is the former FSCW champion, and he's got no problem going mano-a-mano, one-on-one. He's been around here since the beginning, so it's interesting to see if he can keep it going. He's got momentum from last week. Let's see if he can literally keep that momentum going forward. We will just have to wait and see, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our second Royal Rumble Fallout match of the evening. Round 2. Fight! William immediately going right, picking up right where he left off at with that running face buster. William ducks under, goes to the waist lock. William, teardrop suplex. William stomping on him, Eddie trying to get there, and goes under, ducks under, German snap suplex. Ed kicks to the head. William goes to the wrist lock. And Troll follows an elbow right to Eddie's face, stomping away on Eddie right now. Eddie's trying to get out of the box a little bit and runs right into a big back body drop. Williams does a stomp, nobody home, goes to the headlock. Eddie's going to counter to a face lock of his own. And vertical's a little slightly stalling suplex. And Eddie pulls out a moonsault of his own, paying a little homage to Sam Knight. So, big shot to the face, and another walks right into another big back body drop. William goes to the right hand, goes to the waist lock, stretches over to the headlock, big European uppercut. William goes to the waist lock, standing switch. And Eddie's going to counter with a jawbreaker. And Eddie going at a single leg. Williams got nowhere to go. He's got to try and get to that rope. Williams struggling, but he's just going to power out of it. And come right back. William picks up Eddie. William goes to the headlock. Belly to back suplex. William rolls over Eddie. Puts him into the puts him in the recliner, but Eddie's going to power his way out of it and drop Will on his head. And Eddie's going to put his own busted leg, but Williams right there next to the rope. Eddie kicks to the midsection, goes to the headlock. William ducks under, big schoolboy scoop right there. Williams says, "I've had enough." And he's going to try and trigger it. Hits the first part, hits the second stage, hits the third stage. William gonna try and end it right now. Rolls over. Here's the cover. 1. Eddie's gonna kick out at 1. He's gonna hit your leg lariat, but Williams gonna sidestep it, go to the wrist lock, and gonna go right back to that offense on Eddie's face. Throat, head, doesn't mind. William dumps Eddie over the top, and then hits him there, and Eddie falls out to the outside. And now we're outside, ladies and gentlemen. And the ref begins his count. And Williams going to dump Eddie into the barricade, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.